Hello, story lovers, and welcome back to our channel. Today, I have a timeless tale for you that comes from a deep, lush forest, a story about pride, humility, and what truly matters. So, gather around, get comfortable, and let's dive into the world of the proud peacock and the humble sparrow. In a beautiful, sun-dappled forest, where the trees whispered secrets to the wind and the flowers painted the ground with every color imaginable, there lived a magnificent peacock. His feathers were not just feathers, they were a breathtaking tapestry of emerald green, sapphire blue, and shimmering gold. Every single morning, like clockwork, he would make his way to the crystal-clear river that wound through the forest. There, he would unfurl his glorious tail, creating a giant, iridescent fan that caught the morning light perfectly. He would dance and strut, turning this way and that, making sure every creature, big and small, could see just how splendid he was. He was the undisputed king of beauty in his own mind, and he never missed a chance to remind everyone of it. One particularly sunny morning, as he was admiring his own stunning reflection in the water, he noticed a small, humble sparrow hopping near the riverbank. She was a simple bird, dressed in shades of soft brown and grey, quietly sipping water. The peacock couldn't resist the opportunity. He puffed out his chest, shook his dazzling tail, and let out a loud, mocking laugh. "Well, look what we have here," he boomed, his voice dripping with arrogance. "Look at you, little brown thing. So dull, so plain, so forgettable. Your feathers are the color of dirt. I, on the other hand," he preened, "am the most beautiful bird in this entire forest. No one can compare to my splendor." He expected the sparrow to cower or fly away in shame, but the little sparrow wasn't flustered. She looked up from her drink, her small, dark eyes twinkling with a gentle wisdom. She smiled, a genuine, kind smile that seemed to momentarily outshine the peacock's flashy display. "Your feathers are indeed lovely," she chirped sweetly. "But beauty is not everything, my friend. It is a wonderful gift, but it is not the only gift. Sometimes being simple is a blessing in itself." The peacock scoffed at her words. "A blessing to be plain? What nonsense." He turned his back on her, dismissing her completely, and continued his proud, solitary dance, lost in his own vanity. The sparrow simply shook her head, finished her drink, and flew off to continue her day, her heart light and untroubled. A few days passed, the sun continued to shine, and the peacock continued to boast, but then a change began to brew in the sky. The cheerful blue was slowly swallowed by dark, angry-looking clouds that rolled in from the horizon. A chill wind swept through the trees, making their leaves rustle nervously. The birds fell silent. A storm was coming. Suddenly, the sky opened up. Rain began to fall, not in gentle drops, but in heavy, punishing sheets. Thunder roared, and lightning split the sky. All the animals scrambled for safety. The peacock, caught out in the open, panicked. He tried to fly to the safety of a thick, leafy tree, but his magnificent tail, his pride and joy, had become his downfall. The long, heavy feathers became waterlogged, weighing him down like an anchor. Each flap of his wings was a struggle. The rain plastered his beautiful plumage to his body, turning the vibrant colors into a muddy, bedraggled mess. He was too heavy to fly properly, and he stumbled and slipped, unable to find shelter. Meanwhile, the small, light sparrow had no such trouble. The moment she felt the first drops of rain, she zipped through the air. Her small size and light wings allowed her to be nimble and quick. She darted straight into a tiny, cozy hole in the trunk of an old oak tree, where she was perfectly safe and dry, watching the storm rage outside. The storm eventually passed, as all storms do. The sun tentatively peeked out from behind the clouds, casting a fresh, clean light over the washed world. The sparrow hopped out of her hideaway. Feeling refreshed, she looked around and saw a miserable sight. There, shivering under a dripping branch, was the peacock. His glorious tail was a droopy, muddy clump. His vibrant colors were hidden under a layer of grime, and he looked utterly defeated and small. The sparrow flew down and landed gently beside him. She didn't mock him or say, "I told you so." Instead, her voice was filled with compassion. "Now you see, my friend," she said softly. "Pride may shine brightly in the sun, and it feels wonderful. But it is humility that shelters us in the storm." The peacock looked at the tiny, simple bird who had been so wise. He finally understood. His beauty had given him pride, but his pride had left him vulnerable. The sparrow's simplicity had given her the humility and practicality to survive. With his head bowed low in genuine shame, the peacock looked at the sparrow and whispered, "Thank you. Thank you for your wisdom. I was a fool." From that day forward, the peacock was a changed bird. He was still beautiful, of course, but he no longer boasted. He learned to be humble, to be kind, and to appreciate the strengths of others, no matter how plain they seemed. And the moral of this story is a powerful one. Pride brings us low, but humility lifts us up. Thank you so much for joining me for this story. If it resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next tale. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Or let me know what story you'd like me to tell next. Until then, stay humble and stay kind. Bye for now.